साथियों, आज दिनांक 9/10/2020 को हमारे साथ आदरणीय कानूनी अधिवक्ता एडवोकेट श्री हरदेव चड्डा जी जुड़े हैं। इन्होंने अभी रिसेंटली 5/10/2020 को एक केस के अंदर ऑनरेबल 113 नंबर कोर्ट अनुराग ठाकुर जी ने कॉग्निजेंस लिया है अंडर सेक्शन 200 CRPC एप्लीकेशन के अंडर सेक्शन 420, 379, 323, 120B। इसके बारे में हम आपसे जानना चाहेंगे कि ये क्या मैटर था।
ऐसे है कि देयर वाज वन प्रॉपर्टी and it was being owned by three ladies, and after that three ladies went for a development agreement for this property, and they executed an development agreement with one Mr. Vineet Ahuja, and subsequently Vineet Ahuja fell short of the money and he consulted my clients through some dealer so that they can invest into this property and the property gets completed without any hindrance. So, as per the development agreement, there was a clause that the developer or his nominee shall get the property of the third floor into this property with exclusive rights of the stilt parking into this property. So, subsequently, what happened when building got completed? So, there was a false representation by the two ladies, Bhamna and Nirmal, that they are the absolute and full owner at having full rights into this plot. Whereas they had already sold 25% share into this plot, one Nupur Padia, and it was sold by Bhavna Sharma. And they disclosed not this, they didn't disclose this fact to the prospective buyer or the builder, Mr. Vineet Ahuja, or the investor, Mr. Vikram Chadha. So subsequently, what happened when this fact came to light, the three accused ladies, along with their husbands, they conspired into one criminal conspiracy that first three floors of this property were sold by the three owners, that is Bhamna, Nirmal and Nupur, whereas the third floor of this property, which was sold to the builder or his nominee through a sale deed, sale deed was executed only by two ladies, that is Bhamna and Nirmal, where the third owner, who was having 25% share into this undivided share into this property, she didn't disclose this fact that she is also in honor of this property. And whereas on the same day, on the 16th April 2014, she was also sitting there in the registrar office signing for the sale deed of the second floor of this property and third floor, which has gone to my client. So this third lady, Nupur Padia, had a complicit, and along with the other accomplice with the Bhamna and Nirmal, did not intentionally disclose that this lady, Nupur Padia, is also the owner of 25% share, undivided share into this property. And they concealed this fact, and there was false representations to the client and the developer as well, right from the day one when the development agreement was executed and registered and building construction was started. So subsequently, when these facts came to know, we went to the police station. Police SHO didn't register the FIR because
SHO Moria Enclave?
Yes, police station Moria Enclave, yes. So the IO Suraj Pal had hand in glove, and they created a forced receipt. Whereas this was an undivided property, it could not be sold in divisions. So whereas they had sold that only share of the Nupur Padia into the third floor only was sold back to Bhavna Sharma by way of a receipt. Whereas in sale deed in the immovable properties, there has to be a sale deed as per section 54 of the Transfer of Property Act, and that document has to be registered as per section 17 of the Registration Act, whereas these all things were missing. So only they wanted to extort money from the clients as well as the developer, which subsequently police didn't register FIR. So then ultimately there was an assault case also. These people assaulted Manish Chawla and other their husbands and some other people sitting on the office of this Manish Chawla, who is a deed writer. So their assault case also, the police doesn't register the assault case also. Rather, police tells the lie that they had given the NCR. There is no date of the NCR. There is no number of the NCR. Then subsequently, we met the DCP. Client met the DCP. No action is taken. Then subsequently, a complaint under section 156 subsection 3 was filed in the court. It was dismissed. Then in between, the clients went to the police commissioner.
Cognizance के खिलाफ लिया गया वकील साहब.
I'm coming to that point.
Yes, yes.
The police commissioner orders a vigilance inquiry, and in the vigilance inquiry, both the IO Suraj Pal and IO Rohit, who was deputed for assault case, and Suraj Pal, who was deputed for to investigate the 420 case, both became negligent, they say. An IO with the 20 years of experience cannot be just negligent. So there was a nexus between the accused people and the police investigating officers, both sides over here. So the investigation inquiry ultimately concludes that both IOs are negligent in their professional conduct. They were not negligent in their professional conduct. There was a misconduct on their part. Deliberately and intentionally, which police has not taken further any action. Only so-called notices were issued to both the eyes by the DCP. So that is what vigilance inquiry was concluded in this way. So subsequently, this case was taken into the consideration under section 200 CRPC, and ultimately, after the fight of 6 years, the Honorable Court of Shri Runal Thakur has taken a cognizance of against these people, accused people, under section 420, 379, 323 and 120B of the Indian Penal Code.
आप कोर्ट का धन्यवाद करना चाहेंगे?
बिल्कुल धन्यवाद करना चाहेंगे।
उन्होंने जो 2014 का ये मैटर था, कंप्लेंट 2014 की 156 दिन आपके 2017 में डिसमिस हो गई, तो अब एक इतना लंबे समय के बाद जो कोर्ट ने जो आदेश पास किया है, इसके लिए कोर्ट के लिए क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
कोर्ट के लिए हम बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं। कोर्ट ने हमारे को अच्छे से सुना, बड़ी क्लैरिफिकेशंस ली मेरे से, और जब मैं कंडक्ट कर रहा था क्लैरिफिकेशन पलटी, पहले कोर्ट ने, उनके कोर्ट स्टाफ ने मेरे को कंटेक्ट किया वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के ऊपर में। व्हेन द वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग कुड नॉट बी कनेक्टेड प्रॉपर्ली और कंडक्टेड प्रॉपर्ली, देन ऑनरेबल कोर्ट पर्सनली कॉल्ड मी कि you please come on so and so date and explain and give the clarification about all this. When the and Honorable Court of Shri Runal Thakur, the presiding officer, got convinced, and they subsequently, when going through all the documentary evidence as well as the complainant witness evidence and the oral evidence and the documents produced before this Honorable Court, ultimately court took the cognizance of these against these people, and the summons have been issued against these people.
वकील साहब, इसके अंदर कभी ऐसा हुआ कि आपके 6 साल के अंदर भी कोर्ट से आपके हियरिंग के टाइम पे फाइल प्रोड्यूस ना हुई हो, कोर्ट स्टाफ की नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से?
इसके अंदर में ऐसा हुआ जब,
और कौन सी कोर्ट में ऐसा हुआ?
ऑनरेबल कोर्ट प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर जब मिस एकता गाबा थी, तो उन दिनों के अंदर में जो कोर्ट एल्मा था, वो फाइल 4 डेटों के ऊपर में फाइल अनट्रेसेबल कर दी गई।
हरिमोहन शर्मा जी थे।
हरिमोहन शर्मा, मिस्टर शर्मा, आई डोंट नो, हरिमोहन शर्मा, फैटी गाय।
हाँ, फैटी गाय 52/18 इंक्वायरी भी एक बार डिमोट करके साकेत को ट्रांसफर हुए हैं।
ओके, तो ही वाज ट्रांसफर्ड ऑन माय कंप्लेंट फ्रॉम रोहिणी कोर्ट टू साकेत कोर्ट।
गुड। तो उस टाइम जो ये इनकी वजह से, कोर्ट की वजह से, जो कोर्ट स्टाफ की से जो डिले हुआ, इसको आप डेलिबरेटली मानोगे या इसको ये एक वैसे कॉमन प्रॉब्लम थी?
No, it was intentional problem. I knew the accused people were watching the proceedings of this honorable court, and they used to have a nexus and intentionally to delay the proceedings in the courts. They used to intentionally pay money to the staff so that the file becomes untraceable.
इन फ्यूचर में ये चाहूँगा कि रोहिणी कोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन के अंदर एक सशक्त टीम चुनाव, अब जैसे चूंकि टल गए थे मार्च में कोरोना की वजह से, क्या रोहिणी कोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन के अपने साथियों के लिए और जो पैनल वहाँ पे चुनाव लड़ेगा, उनसे आप कुछ बात कहना चाहेंगे? इस केस के रिगार्डेड भी क्या प्रॉब्लम का आपको फेस करना पड़ा, उनसे शेयर करना चाहेंगे अपनी समस्या?
बिल्कुल, ये सब चीज़ें जो भी अभी तो जो मिस्टर महावीर शर्मा प्रेसिडेंट है, ही नोज ऑल दिस थिंग्स व्हाट इज हैपेंड देयर, बट व्हेन द नेक्स्ट बोर्ड कम्स, then we will discuss the things so that the court and judges and our learned officers of the court and the learned officers, our colleagues, they all sit together and resolve something that these cases are not faced by the litigants and our advocate brothers, so that justice is delivered at the request of the justice delivered immediately, so that there is no delay. And as we all know that if there is a justice delayed, is justice forgot.
आपके जितने भी ये जो केस हैं, इसके जितनी अंदाजा कितनी हियरिंग हुई होंगी 2014 से अब तक, एक रफली 156 दिन की और 200 सीआरपीसी मिला के?
आज तक इसमें 35 से 40 हियरिंग हुई होंगी।
35 से 40 हियरिंग। इसमें कितने ऑर्डर अपलोड हुए होंगे नेट के ऊपर, जो सर्वर ब्रांच के द्वारा?
इसमें करीब 10-12 ऑर्डर अपलोड हुए हैं नेट पे।
तो बाकी ऑर्डर जो अपलोड नहीं हुए, वो किसका कमी है? क्योंकि हर ऑर्डर अपलोड होना चाहिए एज पर रूल। तो इसके लिए क्या चाहेंगे कि आप आगे कि क्या होना चाहिए?
See, in India, I understand that our IT environment is not that perfect as in the American and European countries, because in America I have seen how the judiciary works over there. So everything is done on the video conferencing over there. Judge is sitting in his office and the advocate is sitting in his office, and they are interacting on the basis of video conferencing only, because this what you call it, internet is very effective over there. And the
जो हमारी जानकारी में आया कि जब किसी भी कोर्ट में कोई हियरिंग होती है तो होता ये है कि लगभग एक रूटीन प्रोसीजर 4 बजे के लगभग वो जो कोर्ट होते हैं, कंसर्न कोर्ट के जो रीडर और जो एलमद होते हैं, वो जज साहब के पास पुटअप करते हैं ऑर्डर को साइन करने के लिए। उसके बाद वो रीडर उस कोर्ट की PDF फाइल बनाता है और अपने ही कोर्ट के सर्वर ब्रांच को उसको सेंड करता है। और जब सर्वर ब्रांच का उसका काम होता है कि वो उसको रिफ्लेक्ट कर देता है ऑर्डर इंटरनेट के ऊपर। तो अब अगर आपके केस में 40 हियरिंग में से अगर 10-12 ही ऑर्डर हुए हैं तो 30 हियरिंग नहीं हुई, तो इसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं स्टाफ की ये कमी का कारण क्या है? वर्कलोड ज्यादा है कोर्ट के अंदर या क्या कारण?
it can be workload, and it can be, I will put it that way, the staff may not be that experienced regarding to the information technology.
CA1 कभी अप्लाई करी आपने किसी ऑर्डर के लिए, डॉक्यूमेंट के लिए इस मैटर के अंदर?
नहीं, मैंने
जरूरत पड़ी कभी आपको?
नहीं, जरूरत ऐसा कुछ पड़ी नहीं।
चलो, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आज आपने हमारे से अपने केस के बारे में अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया। इससे उन नए नौजवान साथियों को बहुत हिम्मत मिलेगी और एक पता चलेगा कि भाई किस तरीके से केस को करना है, और इसके बारे में आपसे जुड़ते रहेंगे आगे आगे। इस केस के बारे की फर्दर प्रोसीडिंग से भी जुड़ेंगे। और आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आज दिनांक 9/10/2020 को, और आदरणीय एडवोकेट श्री हरदेव चड्डा जी, मैं आपका नाम पुनः लूंगा। और लास्ट में जय हिंद जय भारत।
जय हिंद जय भारत।